college football playoff
It's a mess. I mean,
is plain stupid right now.
and we are still having games that could decide who's going to end up in the playoffs coming up this weekend.
Oh, Saturday is championship Saturday. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And
And these are going to be some brutal games that I'm looking at right now. Georgia and Texas.
That's the SEC championship.
Yep.
Winner gets a top four. Winner gets a top 4 seed. I'm saying it loud right now. Winner of that game gets a top 4 seed and a bye.
Dude, Penn State at 4 against Oregon in Lucas Oil.
I feel sorry for Penn State and James Franklin. Why? Because that Oregon offense is going to obliterate them.
You're going to find this intriguing. The odds on this game right now only have Oregon favored by 3.5.
That's
I'm not joking, dude. I'm looking at the lines right now for all of these games. I'm looking at the lines for all of these games. And the only game that is above 6 points one way or the other is Friday night Tulane Army. And it's in favor of Tulane.
Why is Oregon only favored by 3? Because it's the Big Ten championship game. That's why.
Yeah. I mean, look at it this way, dude. Clemson SMU at Charlotte.
ACC title.
At
what
Charlotte.
If SMU, let's look at this psychologically. What if SMU blows up the ACC and wins the damn thing? That game is in Charlotte on Saturday night.
Yeah, and SMU's favored by only 2.5 against Clemson.
Yep.
If SMU pulls this one out, it will grenade everything we know about the college football playoffs. Because where are they going to put SMU?
Listen, I'm going to say this proudly. I expect SMU to win. I not only want SMU to win, but I expect SMU to win. We're just doing this discussion now. We're going to have a whole hour-long discussion on Thursday during Totally Deets. In fact, the college football showcase with Deets and I will premiere today at 1:00. But man,
you know what? I'm going to give you a SMU winning is going to be huge. I was about to say I got a sleeper game for you.
Talk to me.
Iowa State, Arizona State leading off Saturday in Jerry World.
Big 12 title.
And Arizona State's only favored by 2.
That's going overtime.
It's going to have to.
That's going overtime, and the first team to 60 points wins that game. Let me tell you why I love that particular game to start our coverage on Saturday. It's the first of 4 that we have. I'll explain in a moment. Man, Big 12 championship. Who did everyone expect to get to the Big 12 championship? Take a guess.
I'm drawing a blank, but it's that early in the morning for me.
Colorado.
And Colorado ain't there.
Nope. Which causes me to say, nah. Why am I teasing Colorado at this point in time? Because they didn't fix the 2 major problems that they had last year. The lines.
Nope.
The offensive line and the defensive line did not fix them at all. And that was one of the first things. We had so many discussions. AB Media was with us. Me, BGS, AB Media, Charles Faulkner, all the guys had so many discussions about Colorado. Now, look, Deion Sanders is going to be at Colorado for a lifetime. They've paid him. He's paid them back by bringing in students, and he's paid them back by bringing in fans, because every game at Folsom Field was sold out the moment Deion Sanders was announced as coach. Now you can concentrate on football and fix the line, because Shedeur Sanders was, I think, the third most sacked quarterback in the nation.
Something like that, yeah.
Because you can't, folks, you can't make this up. All right.
No. And you know the crazy thing is,
you simply can't make this up with everything that's going on with Colorado. All right. Travis Hunter may have sealed up the Heisman.
Oh,
all right.
easily.
But I think Ashton Genty will give him a run for his money. And Boise State has a conference championship coming up here soon. Okay.
That would be on Friday against UNLV. Boise's favored by 4 in their yard.
They need to make it 400.
Now here's the thing. If Boise State blows out UNLV, where's that going to put them?
It should put them in the top 8 for sure.
I mean, I'm looking right now at the top 25 from last week. And they've only got Boise State, as I'm looking also at the scheduling, they got Boise State 11th in the national.
12.
Yeah. The first one out, it looks like, going into all of this
would be,
well, if I'm looking at the top 25, the first one out would be Arizona State.
Unless Arizona State pulls a stunner,
right,
and wins the Big 12 title.
Right now, yeah, that's going to be the big thing. The weirdest thing is I'm looking at the scheduling, and I'm looking at Arizona State. They're ranked 16th, but on the last AP 25, they were ranked 12th. So obviously, somebody doesn't have everything updated because, well,
the new poll comes out tonight.
Yeah.
The new poll comes out tonight. And then Sunday live, because the Colts are off, Sunday live, we're going to watch along. We're going to do a watch along with the reveal of the final poll and where everybody's going, who gets the bye and everything like that. I can tell you who the number 1 team and number 1 seed is going to be. The number 1 overall seed is going to be Oregon.
Easily. Oregon's going to blow Penn State clean.
They're going to blow Penn State out of the water.
Now, devil's advocate for a minute. Let's flip it.
Okay.
What if Penn State pulls the upset?
Hell no. Hell no. Okay, let's look at it then. If Penn State does indeed pull the upset, A, they get a top 4 seed because they knocked off the number 1 team in the country. B, they could be either 2 or 3, depending on what happens in the SEC.
The Texas-Georgia game.
Exactly. The winner of that game gets a top 4.
Oh, easily.
The winner of that game. Let's go further. If Penn State beats Oregon, Penn State could arguably snatch the number 1 seed with 1 loss.
And that could make things even more interesting on Selection Sunday.
But if Penn State wins, they definitely get a top 4 seed.
Oh, period. Easily. Whoever comes out of the SEC is going to be number 2. I'm sorry, but we all know that's how know that's how they're going to rank it. The SEC is going to be number 2, and then the chips fall behind them.
Yep.
Whoever the hell is number 1 at the top of this is going to stay number 1.
Then that's the case. It would be Oregon.
Well, I'm just saying, common sense wise, this is the whole
true.
If
common sense were common.
Yeah, this is the whole now. If Penn State blows Oregon out, do we see the SEC jump to number 1?
Yes. And I'll tell you why. It's a rematch.
Okay.
It's a rematch. Remember, Georgia beat Texas in Austin in a game that I called on this network.
And now they're in Georgia's backyard.
They're in Atlanta.
But the thing is,
there ain't enough
Georgia
seats
ain't
to hold all the there ain't enough seats to hold all the Dogs fans.
And I'm going to tell you right now, Georgia ain't the home team on this one.
No, Texas is.
But there's going to be enough barking in that yard that they're going to think they're at the hedges.
Remember when Georgia was the visiting team against LSU?
Yep.
What happened?
LSU found out that they can be the ones to go. Well, we all know how that line goes.
Yeah. Yep. They got blown to smithereens.
Oh yeah, they got TNT'd.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing you don't want to do in a title game that Atlanta's involved in is piss them off.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be going into this pissed.
Well, I can't wait to do that game on Saturday. Chris Simpson and I made a promise after the first time that Georgia and Texas played in front of 102,000 at Darrell K. Royal Memorial Stadium. We both said off the air that if they play each other for the SEC championship, we're going to do it. Well, guess what? Chris and I are getting together. I'm going to head up the Saturday coverage of Championship Saturday, and brother, we are loaded for Championship Saturday. It all starts with the Big 12 Championship, Iowa State and Arizona State. We take a break, and then we have Georgia and Texas as our feature game.
Mm-hmm.
And then dual coverage.
Oh, you're taking both? You're taking both 8 o'clock games?
Yep. And there's a triple play involved because 1 hour later, the UConn women will face Louisville in Brooklyn.
Bruh.
Don't ask me how in the blue hell I'm going to do this one.
Man, you nuts.
I know I'm nuts. I was born nuts.
Now, I've been looking through, doing a little bit of digging on the records dealing with Texas and Georgia.
Yes, sir.
As we know, Georgia's big 2 losses were Ole Miss and Alabama.
Ole Miss and Alabama. And Alabama's out.
Yeah, Bama's
Alabama's
out.
cooked.
And the only loss that Texas has is to Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Does Georgia springboard Texas fully if they win?
Yes. 2 wins against Texas. 2 wins against Texas. But should Oregon go down against Penn State, and I don't expect it to happen, and Texas beats Georgia, Texas gets a number 2 seed.
And that would put them on the opposite end of the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Which could end up leading to an Oregon-Texas collision for the title.
Yep.
Ooh, the ratings on that. The ratings on that monkey would be huge.
And I'm going to snatch them all because we're going to do that title game. Snowman Sportsnet will do that title game, and we're going to snatch all the ratings.
I'm with it.
I know people think I'm nuts for thinking you can't beat ESPN. Frickin' watch me. Sick Diggy is with us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you, sir. And A. Pizzo joins us from Florida. Good morning to you, sir.
What
Talking
up,
a little college football playoff madness.
It is madness.
It is. Who wins? Okay, a question of the hour. Who wins the SEC championship? Do you have Texas? And I expect Shane to put this in the chat and have y'all follow along with us. Who wins the SEC championship? Do you have Texas or do you have Georgia? We'll reveal our picks on